It's been plain sailing so far for the Premiership sides in the Nedbank Cup. There's an opportunity here for third division Powerlines to cause a really major shock against a fancied Mamelodi Sundowns. It's live from the GWK Stadium here in Kimberley. Very good afternoon to you, everyone. Welcome to a scorching Kimberley. It is an absolute stinker out there. It is hot as hell, I've heard people say. Never having been there, I can't confirm it, but I tell you what, if it's this hot, then hell is hot. It's a big occasion for the home side. Powerlines F.C, a club established in 1968, very much a family club steeped in tradition, and they've always played their football in the lower divisions and amateur side. Bunch of part-timers here taking on the might of the Premiership's top side in Mamelodi Sundowns. 3-time winners of this competition, 7 times Sundowns have played in a final. So without a doubt, this is the most historic day for Powerlines FC. It's the biggest occasion for them, without a doubt. The biggest day in the history of this football club. Let's take you through some of their key players in the side. Look out for 35-year-old Branwen Ontong, who also happens to be the brother of the coach, at least of the owner of the club, Denzel Ontong. He's the most experienced member of the squad, so they look to him to guide the younger players. The likes of Ziso Tsegedi, number 15. Have a look out for him, as well as Eltion Thiel Siwedi, the number 8. Some of the key boys that you want to take a look out for. As for Mamelodi Sundowns, well, they've rung the changes, 8 changes from a team that played against Moroka Swallows in the Absa Premiership, and only 3 players survived that side. Method Mwanjali, Shompo Kekana, and Nyasha Moshekwi are the only survivors from that side. On the bench, look out for Dennis Onyango, who will be deputizing for Calvin Marlin this afternoon. And there's also young Samuel Julius, he's a teenager who's been included. Of course, he hails from Kimberley and has been included in the squad. He'd love to get a run. And also Walter Maponyane is a name that's familiar in South African football, but no relation to the great Marks Mafama Maponyane. Our referee this afternoon is 37-year-old policeman from Toyando, Philip Tingani, assisted by Edward Majetilane and Richard Ramatlo. Enoch Molefe, who just hails from Bloemfontein, will be the man doing the paperwork on the side of the page. There they are. What a big day this is for them. The boys from the Northern Cape here, Powerlines FC, seeing themselves, they're live on television for the first time ever. It's a massive occasion. It's been a long journey for them to get here. Unlike the Premiership sides who are playing, this is the first match that they're playing in the competition. There's their coach, Cornelius Brandt, 41 years old. He's a former player of the side. He gave up playing when he was 18 when he got a horrific knee injury. And he also happens to be a family member because he is the owner of the club. Denzel Ontong is his nephew. There is Ezra Mnyandoro starting his first game of the season. Johan Neskins, the 60-year-old Dutchman, leading Sundowns to what they hope will be glory. Not just in this cup competition, which they haven't won since 2007, 2008, but of course, the big prize is in the league. So it all set for action here then at the GWK Stadium. Under blue skies, patches of cloud there and there, but no threat of rain from what we've heard. Just a boiling day in the sun of the Northern Cape. Sundown support saluting their supporters. There is our referee Philip Tingani. We're under his orders now. So here we go, the latest in the last 32 of the Nedbank Cup. It is Mamelodi Sundowns in their traditional Brazilian colors who kick us off, attacking the goals to the right of your picture. Powerlines FC, the home team, in the all-white strip with blue trim and blue stockings. Well, what an occasion it is, and great to see that the home supporters have come out to support their team. They don't generally play their games here, but of course, because of the PSL's very strict rules about the venues that are used, they had to come here. Now, early chance here maybe. It's a corner. Sundowns making their intentions very clear early on here. This is normally a venue, of course, used for rugby. It's the home of the GWK Griquas. Of course, Griquas maybe have produced so many great rugby players over the years, including no less than Victor Matfield, who played here at the time. Big Vic. Now, let's take a look at what they can do. Easily dispossessed here by Pelembe. Ball in here. And they clear their lines up very well. Now, chance for Power FC to get forward. Mahapa on the ball now. And he's fouled. Gets a free kick. It's going to be hard to pick them out with a peroxide hair. A lot of them have gone for this colorful hairstyles. As Clayton Daniels brings down Archibald Mahapa. Trying to keep it in play on the far side. There's it, runs away. Going to touch from Levin Ontong, the son of Denzel Ontong, the owner of this club. He's playing in the same side as his uncle Brenwan, the number 22. Good deep throw in here for Calvin Marlin. Marlin starting only for the second time this season. And gets a big cheer. The crowd, the home crowd, really getting behind their side. So good to see and hear. Calvin Marlin's only other appearance was in the Telkom knockout, where he conceded 3 goals when they were thumped by Moroka Swallows that day. By the way, of course, someone else out there that will be a special occasion for is Richard Henyekani. Richard Henyekani hails from Kimberley. Born and raised in Kimberley, so it's a special occasion for him as well. One of the other superstars that you might know in the PSL, Jimmy Tao, also of course hails from Kimberley. Other Northern Cape players, including Fabian McCarthy from Freiburg. So the Northern Cape has produced well, the coach Johan Nieskens did say that it might be hot, but it's hot for both teams. So it certainly won't be an excuse, even though the home team might be used to the conditions a little bit more. There's an opportunity there, but Tamba Zwane's ball going well wide of the target. The Mamelodi Sundowns have generally not had problems with these lower division sides when they've met them in this competition. They've won all their previous matches against lower league opposition. Last season, of course, Sundowns bowed out at the first hurdle, losing to Orlando Pirates, who really had their number last season. As from Nyandora, Zimbabwean veteran of the Sundowns side. Had problems with injuries that Nyandora in the past. But getting back to full fitness, his experience, I'm sure, handy to have on the training ground. Very good crowd that's come out here to the GWK Stadium. Yes, Dr. Mampur. He has had to play second fiddle to Siyabonga Ngubane at right back. But he's a very good player going forward, is Mampur. He likes to bomb forward down this right-hand side. And he'll combine nicely. We'll see how nicely they combine with Dominguez. That's the captain of the side. Matsumo. Tebe-ing Matsumo. Pass in. Goalkeeper Tabanglo gathers it. That will give him some confidence. Dominguez wanting the 1-2, gets the return ball. Chance for Sundowns! Well, Nyasha Moshekwi inches away from opening the score for Mamelodi Sundowns. Wonderful ball in. Just needed a touch really, and it would have been 1-0 to Sundowns. And you do get a sense that when Sundowns do get their noses in front, that could have very well opened the floodgates. Although, as we saw last night when Chiefs played Vodacom League opposition, they didn't have things all their own way, even though they had plenty of the ball, but they had to work for that 3-0 win. And I remind you that Powerlines FC are in the third tier of South African football, so the division below Vodacom League. There's a chance, kept in play, and well, there you go, 1-0. An emphatic finish from Shampo Kekana. Gets his second goal of the season, his first in Sundowns colours. And he drilled that home. And there you have it, just like that, Sundowns take the lead in the 8th minute of the game. Had already scored one this season, but that was out at Celtic. And well, an emphatic finish from Shampo Kekana. See, they're well kept in play. As Power, I think, were playing for a goal kick. They thought the ball had gone over the line. Not playing to the whistle here. But it definitely was not out of play. And there was definitely no offside about it as well. So, 8 minutes into the game, it's Powerlines FC 0, Mamelodi Sundowns 1. Here comes Dominguez. So Sundowns will be looking to be emphatic in their win here, as Shampo Kekana now has tasted blood. Wants another one. Shampo Kekana's last goal came in August, second match of the season when he was still playing for Prefontaine Celtic, scored against the Black Leopards. And at an occasion like this, of course, on a game like this, presents an opportunity to wreak havoc with the records. Sundowns' record victory was a 7-1 win over Kwakwa Stars, who we now know as Free State Stars, back in 1988. Could that be on the cards here? And by the way, the incredible thing about that record victory was that it was in a league match, not even on one of these cup competitions. Flag up for offside. Powerlines' previous big match, or a match on such a stage, was when they played in the 80s, at least in the 90s, in the Bobsave Super Bowl. They met Hellenic. And in fact, Brenwin Ontong, number 22, the older brother of Levin, played in that game along with the owner of the club, Denzel. So that was many years ago though. Powerlines currently lying 10th in their league, in the SAB Regional League. They've won only 6 of their 20 matches so far, so struggling a bit. On the other hand, they're facing a team that are top of the Premiership, top of South Africa's Premier League. Here's a chance, Kekana! Ah, well, he is smacking them from everywhere now. See that Shampo Kekana, and this wasn't far off. And I suppose for Powerlines, the priority will not to be humiliated here. And in fact, if they can get a goal in this game, they will really raise the roof. I tell you, this crowd will absolutely love it if Powerlines were to get onto the score sheet. regardless of the result in the end. That's Tendikosi Mdledle, aka Innocent Mdledle, who is making only his second appearance of the season. Dr. Mambur comes to Dominguez. Mambur from Poteka, involved in everything at the moment. In comes the ball from the flanks. Powerlines get possession now. Caught in possession, it could be trouble here. Moshekwi is in here! Oh, and he miscues, but it's still allowed! 2-0. Richard Henyekani, the local boy, has scored in front of his home crowd in his hometown. And it was an easy tap in for Richard Henyekani. He's from Khalishiwi. I'm sure he would have popped it at home to say hello. And now he scores in front of his home crowd. I'm sure that will be special for him. The easiest of tap-ins. Goalkeeper Thabang Low furious with his defenders. Moshekwi's first touch was a bit of a heavy one, and he completely miscued that. But the defender did put him off. And we have only played just over 12 minutes, and Sundowns have scored 2 goals already. Now then, here's a shot putt from Kekana, straight down the throat of Thabang Low. At the other end here, trying to test Marlin, cheeky, from the most experienced man in the Powerline side, Branwen Ontong. Saw Marlin off his line and tried to chip him. It's a corner for Mamelodi Sundowns. Here comes a shot, a great save from Low. Thabang Low wouldn't have seen that until very late. It came through a whole lot of bodies. And he made a great save. 1 Charlie. Flag will be up for offside. No, it stayed down. 3-0. Kekana's got a brace. Oh, this could be a real rout here. Shampa Kekana has a brace. Take a look at this. Thought Moshekwi was offside, but no. He didn't interfere. Kekana takes it. And it's got up 2 in the game now. Hadn't scored before this afternoon for Sundowns. Now he's got 2. Moshekwi did well. He didn't play the ball, so he wasn't offside. And Thabang Low has to pick the ball out of his net for the 3rd time already. And we have played less than a quarter of an hour. I think that 7-1 record win for Sundowns might well be in danger here this afternoon. Could be a real rout. So far, we haven't really seen big scores. I think the biggest so far has been Lamontville Golden Arrows winning over Shining Stars. They won 5-0. Here's a ball here for Zwane, but shepherded behind for a goal kick by Tebeing Matsuomo. Well, having scored 3 in less than 15 minutes, I think Sundowns are well capable of scoring 7 in this game. But I mean, the gulf in class between the two sides is plain to see. I mean, we talk about a team that are playing 2 divisions below Sundowns. Make that 3 divisions below Sundowns. There was a clash of heads of some sort between Branwen Ontong and Clayton Daniels. Well, Johan Neskens. It's going to be a long day here for Cornelius Brandt. He's been with his club virtually since he was a young boy, and he joined the ranks of the coaching staff when a knee injury cut his career short. So this is a big occasion for him as well. He wouldn't have coached in a game of this magnitude before. Well, I'm not sure what happened between Clayton Daniels and Branwen Ontong, but Clayton Daniels has been booked. And Ontong has also been booked. So first cautions then of the game. Going to the most senior player out there on the field, Branwen Ontong, getting booked. And he's not the oldest player on the field, because Calvin Marlin is also 35 years old. Now, can Powerlines FC at least get 1 goal to their name in this game, get themselves onto the score sheet? I'm sure Calvin Marlin will not want to see that. He will want to keep a clean sheet here this afternoon. Here's Hlompo Kekana, who's got 2 of the 3 goals that Sundowns have already scored. Scored in the 3rd minute. Kekana is in the 8th minute, his first one, and then 7 minutes later he got a second. And the other goal came from Richard Henyekani in the 12th minute of the game. Kimberley-born Richard Henyekani scoring in his hometown, and I'm sure with quite a few friends and family members watching him this afternoon. It's not often that Premiership football comes to town. Flag is stayed down here as both Mashekwi and Zwane go for this one. Julius does well, improvising. Zwane, flag stays down. Mampuru cuts it back. 4-0. The floodgates have opened just as I predicted. I said that I suspect that as soon as Sundowns get their noses in front, that will cue a flood of goals, and thus it's turned out to be. It's 4-0. Richard Henyekani gets his second. Good work from Zwane to set it up, and Mampuru had a hand in that one as well. Cuts it back, and Henyekani is not going to miss from there. So 2 goals for the local boy. 20 minutes gone. It's now Powerlines 0, Sundowns 4. Sundowns are cutting the power, showing no mercy at all to their part-time opponents. They only train once a week, or should I say once a day. Most of the players, obviously, because they don't earn a salary from playing football, so they have day jobs. Clayton Daniels keeping Branwen Ontong at bay. This could be a big score here. Good ball to pick out Dominguez. Gets a ball in. Henyekane, it's just too deep for him. But they've kept it alive. In comes the cross again, away. It's a good clearance from Thomas Brandt. It's a great ball to release Sompokekana again. Sompokekana on a hat-trick. Now, this is good work. And they've given it away now, Powerlines. Well, Zwane going for a fancy flick there. He gets possession back. Dominguez. One back here by Powerlines FC. Well, stolen again. Well, they're a bit careless of losing possession a little bit too easily. They're being dispossessed too easily by Sundowns every time they get the ball. And it's very difficult to play without the ball. And in this heat, constantly chasing after the ball is going to be exhausting. We will have a water break shortly. And the commentator will also need a water break, I can tell you. Here's Mampuru. Goal kick. So any thoughts of an upset here have gone out the window within the first 20 minutes of the game. And Philip Tignani blows his whistle for the water break. And a couple of minutes to cool off in this scorching heat. A couple of minutes for Powerlines FC to regroup and just take stock of where they are at the moment, because they're under threat of being buried under an avalanche of goals at the moment. They need to put a stop to this. They're giving away possession way too easily. A very young team with an average age of 23.
Come again. Yeah, but one must drop. Mavenda. Chief, drop in the middle, then you play with Dino and Mavenda. Ne? Like you play now as the right. Sharp, ne? Okay.
You heard there the coach, Cornelius Brandt, telling somebody to drop into midfield and help out Mavenda. But let's have a look at here. A great goal from Sompokekana to put Sundowns in the lead. A miscue there. And then Henyekane says thank you very much with an easy tap in the 12th minute. They kept coming. And now Skekana getting his brace. And then Mampuru setting up the 4th year for Richard Henyekane. By the way, Richard Henyekane before today. By the way, we're back live now. Action has resumed. Before today, Richard Henyekane had only scored 1 goal from his 4 previous starts. So this is a real opportunity to rack up the goals. As I said, Lamont Golden Arrows have been the weekend's big winners so far with a 5-0 win. Dominguez. Question here now is how many can Sundowns score before the break? Yes, Moshek, will you make it 5? That takes care of that there. Now the weekend's big score, equal scorers. Nyasha Moshegu. It's setting out to be like a practice session here. 5 goals in 23 minutes. But it doesn't matter. It's more about the occasion for Powerlines FC. It's not about the score line. No one really expected them to beat Sundowns. And Moshegu finishes with a plum. That is Nyasha Moshekwe's 7th goal of the season. So just to confirm, it's now Powerlines 0, Mamelodi Sundowns 5. Dare I say, I think Sundowns will get their biggest win ever this afternoon. They have like 75 minutes to do it, to score 2 more goals. That would equal their previous highest score. of 7. In fact, we're only halfway through the first half. You do fear for Powerlines. They're going to make a change here. I think the coach thinks he needs to nip things in the bud here. And they're going to bring on Gregory Mitchell. He's a central midfielder. There's Gregory Mitchell. He's going on for Gesman Slambert. And Mitchell is on for Slambert then. Slambert, one of 2 Slamberts, by the way. The other is his cousin. That's Donfred Slambert. So being forced to make a change and try and break. Maybe actually they do need someone in central midfield that can stop this free flow for Mamelodi Sundowns and win a few balls for Powerlines FC, because at the moment it's a freeway down the middle. They're doing as they please, our Sundowns. Whatever happens here, it's an occasion that all those players out there will remember for a very long time. I mean, you heard before the break, there's a player out there, and that's Siso Tsekesi, who's nicknamed Teko Modise. Now when you come up against the real man, he's not on the field at the moment. A chance here, but over the head there of Henyekani, who's also on a hat-trick now. And overrun it there, did Kekana. Overrun that one. So it's more of a training run here for Johan Neskens. That's his opposite number. Cornelius Plant. Can't get to the ball at the moment, Powerlines FC. Of course, we've got more matches in midweek in the Nedbank Cup, last 32 round of matches. And next weekend as well. They've split these games over 2 weekends this time around as the PSL. And I'm sure we would have longed for rain here at the GWK Stadium in Kimberley, but while we're not getting rain of the water drop kind, we're certainly getting a rain of goals here. Nyandoro caught in possession, but now they can come away with it here. Siwedi on the ball. Punching challenge there in the middle of a part by Mdlele. Getting stuck in on Branwen Ontong. Took a lot of the ball and a bit of man as well. There's 2 players down, in fact, for Powerlines FC. Branwen Ontong. Stretcher being brought on for him. So he's gonna go off as Branwen Ontong. They won't want to lose him, their most experienced player. And the most likely source of a goal as Philip Tinyani tells him to cool it. Cool it, man. This is only fair. You're playing against amateurs here. No need for the hard stuff. So it's a free kick then for Powerlines FC. Tebe Matsumo, the captain, will try to get this, but now the man they would have wanted on the field is off at the moment, and he'll have to wait until the free kick is taken. And that's ambitious effort from Matsumo. That kind of effort would have been appreciated here when the Griquas are in action, but not so in a football match. Mwanjani, Dr. Mamburu. Is there a doctor in the house? He gets it back. And it shoots, but nowhere near the target. Well, I suppose everyone will be fancying themselves now in the Sundowns side in terms of getting on the score sheet. Even players who are not likely ever to score goals will want to score. Calvin Marlon might be interested if there's a penalty. Or they'll just keep it professional and give a bit of respect to their opponents. And so far they've done just that of Sundowns. They've been ruthlessly efficient. Half an hour gone and they're already 5 up. It could get worse here for Powerlines FC. They've already got an Mpama. 5 goals already. As Mampuru gets it in, 6. It's half a dozen now. Now the keeper just flapped at it there and got nowhere near the ball. And it's now 6-0. Kekana has a hat-trick. When has Tompa Kekana ever scored a hat-trick? Well, he's got one today. And we're not done yet. This is brutal from Sundowns. It's a real mismatch here. This is like Mike Tyson versus Gary Coleman. That is what a kind of a mismatch we have here. Well, if you've just walked into your lounge or the pub or wherever, and no, it's not a mistake. Sundowns are 6 up after just half an hour. This could get very ugly. Now, ball over the top here. Dominguez hasn't scored yet. Mwanjale. Nyandoro. He's just checking his run, not to go offside. Is there possibilities of getting into double figures here in terms of goals? Now here's a chance for Zwane. Good save from Tabanglo. Little shake of the head here to say, you guys are offering me no protection at all. People are taking pot shots at me. That's a good save there from the young keeper. Here's Zwane. Dominguez. Channel there, but good work from Powerlines now. They can clear their lines. And just to say, it's been a long journey for Powerlines FC to get to just this stage. This is Sundowns' first match in this competition. It's the first game that they're playing in the Nedbank Cup this season. But for Powerlines, it's been a long build-up. They had to first play in a mini tournament with 4 teams. Or 16 teams divided into 4 groups. Once they got out of that, then they had to play regional finals where they had to play 3 matches. Played a team from Kakamas, they played a team from Dar, and they played a team from Kuruman as well that they had to beat, and then only could they come and face Sundowns. So it's been a long journey. It won't be in vain though. There'll be a nice little check to go with it. 100,000 rand. Not too shabby for an amateur side. Let's have a look at this now. Next day down. Chance here. Can they get one on the... Oh, and a miscue, but it's not gone yet. Oh, what a pity. I think it was a real air of expectation there and anticipation from the crowd and all and sundry. Well, everyone in the ground will be hoping that Powerlines can get one, myself included. Just get one goal to show that they were also at the ground. Not that was Sundowns taking shots at goal with no one there. And a miscue, that's just a poor effort. One wide of goal, and there's a player down for Sundowns. Let's have a look at this. And I was just having a look at the record books. Sundowns have won 7-1 on 2 different occasions. They beat Gold Stars in '88, and then that was in a league game. And then also in a league game, they scored 7 against Santos, and they did it again against Val Professionals in 1999. So they've scored 7 in a league game on 3 different occasions at Mamelodi Sundowns. But as I said, that record is about to be smashed to smithereens this afternoon. Let's see what happened here to Manjale. Well, he stood on the ball. He injured himself there. And he's gone off on a stretcher. Don't know whether he must have stretched something there. As he went over the ball. Just under 10 minutes to go to the break. That whistle for halftime can come soon enough for Powerlines FC. They are on the receiving end of a bit of a mauling here. Jompa Kekana has already got 2. I beg your pardon, he's got a hat-trick. Richard Hengekani has got a brace. And Nyasha Moshekwi has the other one. Shompo having a time that's good out there. His name is Shompo, but he's showing no Shompo at all for Powerlines FC. Miss Ketana. Shompo, of course, means respect. That was a save for Calvin Marlin to make. He's been a spectator this afternoon, Calvin Marlin, watching his teammates have a real go at this opposite number. I hope that throw in it will be. It's Thomas Brunt. A ball over the top. Nyasha Moshekwi is onto it. Clayton Daniels, who's been booked, gets it into touch. There's Richard Hengekani from Khalishiwi, not too far from where we are. He's got 2 goals for himself so far this afternoon. Here's Zwani, Temba Zwani. Nyasha Moshekwi, looking for Nyasha Moshekwi. As a defender trips over his own feet. Dominguez! Moshekwi's lancing header goes wide. Here just looking to set it up for Moshekwi. No one going with him. Foul by Moshekwi this time. Mamelodi Sundowns' biggest win so far this season was a 5-2 win over Santos, one of the teams that they once scored 7 goals against. So Sundowns do know about scoring lots of goals. Could be a chance here. And he wanted to go for a pass there. Did Archibald Mahapa. And he could have taken a shot on goal himself. Well done by George Mitchell at the back. Gregory Mitchell, I should say. keeping the ball for a little bit here. This is good to see for Powerlines FC. And then just rush the shot a bit there. I think they should just give themselves an opportunity to get a little bit closer to goal before taking a shot. As you need something special to beat Calvin Marlin out there. See, they're getting some encouragement there from Coach Cornelius Brandt saying, yes guys, let's go, we can do this. Mampuru sets it up, the flag has stayed down. Moshekwi has another one. He's got two now, Nyasha Moshekwi, and this is now Sundowns' all-time biggest win. They've scored 7 in the past, but they won those games 7-1. So now they've made it 7-0. And it's all a little bit too easy here. Mampuru setting it up, look at that. 3 of them could have scored there. As I said, there's a serious danger of double-figure scoreline here. It's a real rout here. And very little the keeper is going to do against that one. It could get even worse here now. 7 goals in the first half. This is quite remarkable. Two apiece for Richard Henyakani and Nyasha Moshekwi, and a hat-trick for Thompa Kekana. It could be 8 here. Well, 7-0 would not be an uncommon scoreline at this ground, but it would be in a different sport. He's picked up a bit of a blow here. Sundowns fans enjoying themselves. If they were going to have a drink for every goal that Sundowns score this afternoon, there could be a few people falling all over the place in those stands. Because having already scored 7 in the first half, who knows how many more they can score. I wonder whether Johan Niskins will say to his boys, go easy. Powerlines, you are something, the Khatlong municipality, sorry for you. Okay, that must be an inside joke in this part of the world. Just saying, I wonder whether Johan Niskins will say, go easy. Henyakani will want a hat-trick first, though. Moshekwi has his hat-trick. Nyasha Moshekwi gets his hat-trick. It's 8-0. Johan Niskins, I'm sure he's going to tell his players to go easy in the second half. Nyasha Moshekwi gets his hat-trick to take his tally for the season to 9 goals. Henyakani setting it up. Could have gone himself. Unselfishly lays off to Moshekwi. That was a bit of a miscue as well from Moshekwi. But the way things are going, even those end up in the back of the net. Well finished in the end from the Zimbabwean. Well set up by Henyakani, made sure that his teammate couldn't miss from there. We saw Johan Niskins looking away, he couldn't even bear to watch. It's now 8-0 to Mamelodi Sundowns, and we have yet to reach the halfway mark of this game. This is free kick in here. Can Powerlines get one? Just one. Just something for the home fans to cheer. The gulf in class is apparent. Spare a thought for young Tabang Low. There's very little. He must be feeling quite low right now. But there's very little that he could have done about any of those goals. Here they come from the corner. Will Marlin let one in? Here it comes. Marlin flaps at it. And very nearly Powerlines got on the score sheet there. That's more like it from the home team. We're going to have 3 minutes of time added on at this end of this first half. That's a long time, because Mampuru is coming forward here again. Henyekan is in the middle waiting for the ball, and they miss it. Both he and Moshekwi miss it. Keeps it in play. There's Richard Henyekan. The Gulf in class is playing to see, not just in the scoreline. You can see that these are playing against the full-time professionals. These guys don't earn a living from football, like I said. And they're playing against, Elias Pelembe could probably buy this team. And that's the disparity between the two sides. But that is the magic of the Nedbank Cup as well. It offers a team, from small-time South Africa, an opportunity to play against the very best in the country. Could be more problems. Oh, wonderful save low. But what can he do to keep that one out? 9-0. Moshekwi is on 4. Johan Neeskens, have a word out there. This is too much. I think that if this were a boxing match, the referee would have stopped the fight. How do Powerlines FC come back out in the second half when they are 9-0 down? What do you say to them as the coach? Great save initially from low. Nothing it could do to keep that one out. And it did well there to deny the initial shot to keep it out, and then Moshekwi gets another gift. Powerlines 0. Sundowns, is it 10? Oh my word, it's 10. Moshekwi has 5. And it's now 10-0. I did say we're going to go into double figures. We need to now have a look at the record books in terms of who the all-time leading scorers are. What is the biggest ever score in a top-flight game, which is what this is. This is a top-flight competition. Oh, the defenders are making defense. They're not making life any easier for their goalkeeper, are they? Look at this. What is that? They're not making life any easier for young Thabang Lo. It could be 11 in a moment. But keeper will get this one. Half time. The referee puts some Powerlines out of their misery for now. Thabang Lo has had to watch helplessly, powerlessly, as they were ripped to shreds. Nyasha Moshekwi has scored 5. That must be an all-time record. 5 goals in the first half. Henyekan has scored 2. There's a hat-trick out there for Shompokekana as well. It's absolutely painful. Is there nothing we can do about this? I wonder what Johan Neeskens will say to his players. Half-time at the GWK Stadium in Kimberley. It's Powerlines FC 0, Sundowns 10.